ready to go. We're ready to go, and it should be a good one as those New York Jets get set to face off with the Minnesota Vikings. Getting toward the halfway point of the NFL season, Week 7 is underway on EA Sports. This is taken at the 3. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. Now the first carry for Dalvin Cook. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. That good for 19 and a first down.
It should go without saying that anytime you run the football well and gain a nice chunk of yardage, that means the offensive line did their job and did it really well. But let's give them a little more credit than that, because all week long, offensive line meetings, they're going over adjustments, counters, when line shifts, all those things that go along with it. And yet you still have to be physical, and that's what they did on the first play.
They run. Cook. He had a great move, but he'll still be stopped shy of midfield. A good run there on first down, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 2.
A nice run here early on. It doesn't take a great play caller to realize you want to establish a guy of his caliber with runs like this early, because they'll pay dividends as the game progresses.
Second down, Cousins going deep for Diggs. Got a man, it's caught inside the 10. And he takes it down deep into enemy territory. Cousins finding Diggs on a big one, 47 yards. First red zone chance now for the Vikings. They've got a 1st and goal just inside the 5. Cousins now. And Rudolph has got it. The big tight end for a Viking touchdown. Kyle Rudolph, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Vikings take the ball down the field and score on their opening drive. Forbath able to convert the extra point, and that makes the score 7-0. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Now a run. This is Bilal Powell. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. Give him 10 yards there, and about by the nose of the football, he's going to have a first down. Running game working. They'll stick with it on first down. And an alley to run. And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down. Give him 15 yards on that one, and the Jets move the chains. Now, look, that wasn't a huge gain, but those are the types of carries I think they were missing in their loss last week. They couldn't get him going on the ground. Did you get the same feeling I did during our meetings, that they kind of regretted that he didn't touch the ball? Absolutely. You know, hey, he should have touched it more last week. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Number Everson Griffin. He's the one to get him, and that's sack number 7 for him on the year. Protection certainly going to need to be a bit better here on 2nd and 16. A second down throw for Bridgewater. Sliding out of the pocket. And that's going to be incomplete.
You get a tight end like this, and you know he's used to dishing out punishment, but here, he's one that has to absorb the contact, and as a result, unable to hold on to the football.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. 3rd and long for Bridgewater. And he'll be wrapped up around the waist and pushed down. Sheldon Richardson with a big-time sack on 3rd down, and it'll be a loss of 7. Now Edwards to kick as he sends it away. And now out comes Minnesota. They have to be thrilled with that first drive that got them the touchdown. Now they'll be looking to make it a 2-score advantage here on the road.
And you know they spent all week in practice, in meetings, talking about taking an early advantage. Being the road team, going up a score, that takes the crowd out of the game and puts some doubt in the minds of their opponents.
Now a first carry for Latavius Murray. Brought down around the 16 or 17. Showed some tough running, but couldn't free much space. Darren Lee there to get him down. On play action, Cousins. And Rudolph has it left side. And he takes this one just shy of midfield all the way to the 49. A very nice pickup of 33 yards. Now some movement before the snap. And we'll hear from our referee for the first time this afternoon. A false start backs him up 5, 1st and 15. From the shotgun, it's Cousins. Keeps himself upright, but he can't get away forever, and down he goes. Leonard Williams able to get in there and take him down for a loss of 3. Got to imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on 2nd down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18. Now a 2nd down throw for Cousins. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. And they went for a big play through the air on 2nd down. Couldn't connect. Now it's 3rd. And Charles, got to like what this defense has been able to do these last couple of plays.
Yeah, they get the sack on 1st down, then they force the incomplete pass. Now they're just a play away from getting the football right back, but it's a big play. They've got to hold up.
We're going, let's go.
3rd and long for Cousins. He'll be taken down. The Jets get in there for the sack. Leonard Williams with a big-time sack on 3rd down. And it'll be a loss of 7. He steps into this one, and this is a rocket. And that'll hit in the end zone. Much too much leg there. That'll be a touchback. The Jets offense now works their way back onto the field. The last couple of drives have ended in punts. Maybe the crowd minds that, but you're a defensive guy. You're okay with a couple of punt drives.
Listen, I'm the guy that loves a 0-0 pitch game. All right, in baseball, I can handle that going into the 7th inning. I think the crowd, though, they want to see a little bit more excitement. Let's see if someone can break something free on offense and get going.
Offense at a premium the last 2 drives. It'll be a pickup of 16 and a Jet first down.
Well, from an offensive perspective, that sure was pretty because the corner route is extremely difficult to defend from my perspective.
What we just saw there, is that sort of the evolution of the tight end position?
Yeah, I think it is because more and more, tight ends are being treated like wide receivers. These are some agile players who can make a play in any spot on the field.
And that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down. Well, that play was doomed right from the start.
They just about ran into every defender on that one, didn't he? It felt like everyone got a piece of that tackle.
Get set, get set.
Second down, Bridgewater. Throw left side to the tight end, Walford. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face third down.
When you execute a drag or a crossing route really well and give them a chance to let it develop a little bit, you can gain some significant yardage hitting your tight end on that one.
Third and short yardage, Bridgewater. They'll roll him out right. That's complete over the middle to Anderson. First time these two have hooked up this afternoon, and it's a first down. I think defensively you're okay with that. You're in the first quarter. He's going to get some catches, but they rallied to him quickly.
And that's what you count on, and I like what you just said. First quarter, can you do it all game long? They catch it, you tackle them, they go down on the spot. Because when you're able to do that and you don't give up big chunks of yardage after the catch, now you put the offense in a position where every series they have to work hard to pick up first downs, and you tend to stall them out when you do that.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
And it is true. You can draft the fastest, you can draft the most athletic guys, but if they don't know the art of positioning, sometimes it's all for naught. In this case, in the right spot, help force the incompletion.
Yeah, but had his hands on it for a second. Would have been a tough catch, though. Falls incomplete. This is the running back, Powell. And some room to roam now. And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40. It'll go as a gain of 11 and a Jets first down. And they're on the move here. They've got it 1st and 10. From Viking territory now, they'll come up 1st and 10 at the 41. Now a first carry for the backup, Isaiah Crowell. And dropped at the 35, but able to display some strength on the run. Well, we looked at each other right when he flinched. We knew that that flag was coming.
Yeah, offsides, easy call, mark off the 5, and keep it moving.
Now they'll try to take advantage of that offsides call. Here's 1st and 5. They keep it on the ground. This time it's Crowell. And this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down.
Anthony Barr got a real education at UCLA in playing not just his normal position of stand-up outside linebacker, but down defensive end. So he had to incorporate a variety of moves, take on bigger people. So he learned great leverage while he was there. That really helps him when he's trying to stop people running the ball.
Born in South Bend, Indiana. Thought about going back to go to Notre Dame, but you're right. Great career at UCLA and now a great career in the NFL. And a quick shuffle pass here is complete. And he'll go down here at the 35-yard line. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's 3rd down.
And, partner, I think that's a great example that not all tight ends are created equal. Because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, couldn't turn it into much more.
And he's got a moonwalk. And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 to the 5-yard line. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. First red zone opportunity now for the Jets. They've got it 1st and goal at the 6. They'll try and run for it with Crowell. And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 10-yard line. It's a loss of 4 there, bringing up 2nd down. He came out ready to play. That's 3 tackles for a loss, Charles. We're only in the 2nd quarter.
And that's problematic for the guys trying to run offense because that means he's got a pretty good idea.
And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Everson Griffin in there to get him, and that's sack number 8 for him on the year. 3rd and long now after the sack, and we'll see if Bridgewater has a response. Out of the gun, Bridgewater, eluding the pressure right. Now he's hit, and Bridgewater loses the football. And this belongs to the Vikings.
When I see a play like that, I come back to risk reward. I don't know about you, but is it worth it at that point, whatever you're going to pick up, to either take the hit, and in this case, lose the football?
So should have gone down. I mean, hindsight's always 20/20, but that's the safe play.
You're exactly right. Hindsight's really never wrong, is it? Because you can analyze it, but I think ultimately you got to look at it as a first option, taking care of the ball, getting what you can, and that's it. Don't worry about it anymore.
And he'll find some room to get this up to about the 14. 9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1. Cousins now on 2nd down. And the Jets pressure too much as down he goes. Steve McClendon getting in there from his defensive tackle spot to snow him under for a loss of 4.
Hey, receiver.
Cousins from the gun on 3rd. And he's got Kyle Rudolph. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets this football out shy of the 30 to the 29. He had their lone TD earlier. Now he's got a 1st down.
Let's 50, here we go.
A 1st down throw for Cousins. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. Trying for right, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Jamal Adams. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
I know some teams are leery about playing cover 2 because the strong safety's not usually a terrific cover guy. But in this case, he played it perfectly. Read the football and went and made the interception.
Throwing, Bridgewater. Flush to his right. And that is caught on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. The throw took him a little too far. It's 2nd down.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that 1st down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
Bridgewater to throw it. A screen complete to Crowell. And he goes nowhere. He'll lose yardage back at the 17. That'll set him back with a loss of 3 on the play. And it'll be a 3rd and about 13. That last catch winds up costing him 3, so now they'll need to convert on 3rd and 13. Bridgewater from the gun on 3rd down. Being chased out left. Now he's going to let it go deep left. And got his man complete. That goes as a gain of 37 on 3rd down.
In our pregame meeting, all they talked about was keeping him hemmed in and wanting him to make his throws from the pocket because they knew he was pretty dangerous if he got outside, and he just showed it right there. Pretty good arm, too.
From Viking territory now, they'll come up 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line. Here's Cannon. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 47. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be second down.
Well, that one was over before it could get rolling. How about the D just knifing into the backfield and shutting that one down?
Hurry up, hurry up, hurry up.
2 minutes to play here in the first half. We'll come back to MetLife Stadium after this short timeout. Bridgewater now on second down. And the hit jarred loose. It's incomplete.
This defense is not going to make it easy for you. They're a physical group, and we just saw it there on that play. He came in, made the contact, just as he's trying to haul it in.
The Jets on third down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This is third down and 12. From the gun, Bridgewater. And incomplete on the deep ball.
Anytime a defense can sit back in a zone like that, it tends to create a lot of congestion in the middle of the field. Makes it very hard to slot one in.
Looked like I-4 at rush hour in your hometown of Orlando, Florida. An absolute mess. Now the Minnesota offense set to take over again. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. Now here's a pass on first down that's knocked away and incomplete.
It's always a battle. Who's going to win on first down, the offense or the defense? Let's face it, if you've got the ball, 4 yards or more on first down is what you're aiming for. They tried to throw for it there. Nice effort to knock that one away and bring up second down.
And he's able to plow forward up to about the 29, just shy of the 30. 9 yards on the pickup there as they'll be left with 3rd and 1. They'll run it. Here's Cook. And he's able to get it to the 33. Good enough for a first down. Just 4 yards on the pickup, but that's good enough to extend the drive.
Just about every coach we talk to says the crowd shouldn't affect us. That shouldn't be an issue. And then the next breath they talk about taking the crowd and taking them out of the game by picking up first downs and keeping them at bay. I think we just saw an example of that there, didn't we?
Important to do, especially early in the game like they have. Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
Didn't have a receiver open downfield, and as it turned out, couldn't even find his outlet man because of the coverage. It was way too tight, unable to find anyone open.
They go play action. Cousins. He's going to fire one deep. And that's caught inside the 35. Touchdown, Vikings. Kendall Wright, his second touchdown on the season. And the Vikings find a way to stretch their lead. And that'll give them a 2-score lead here, but I'm looking ahead. They just want to hold it for the final moments here in the second quarter. They don't want to give up anything on the other side.
No, not at all, because if they don't, it almost had the feel of an imposing their will score. And right now, they want to make sure they keep that and carry it into the second half.
And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. And New York set to take the field. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. A second down throw for Bridgewater. Looking middle, and it's incomplete. Robbie Anderson, the man he was looking for. 3rd down here.
It's been my observation there's been a nice variety of play calling defensively. You and I often talk about an offense's ability to keep a defense off balance with what they're doing. I think the converse has been true in this game.
I think you're right. They see pressure coming from the Vikings, and they get there and bring him down. Sheldon Richardson in there to drop him for his 5th sack of the year. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. He'll take it at the 42. Oh, and now he pulls him over. 12 yards on the return that time. And the Vikings, they'll be set up well as they take over in great field position. 1st and 10. Meanwhile, taking a look at what's going on in KC. And the Chiefs have jumped out to an early lead in their ball game. I have a feeling that one's going to stay tight throughout. We'll continue to monitor. On 1st down, Murray. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. Now before this 2nd down play, we'll get whistles and a timeout, as the clock will stop with 18 seconds to go in the first half. Back to the ground, this time Cook. Flashed the stick skills on that run, but then stopped shy of the 35. And on 3rd and inches, we're going to get a whistle and a timeout, as they'll stop it with 13 seconds to play in half number 1.
Wide.
3rd and short yardage, Cousins. Got a man, it's right. And he gets this one all the way down inside the 15, just shy of the 10. And they'll burn the timeout with 5 seconds left. A chance to try to add 3 points before heading to the locker room. So even though it's 1st down, here's the field goal unit on now to try to get 3 before halftime. And that is no good. And this score will stay right where it is. And that one, my goodness, that was almost too easy.
Yeah, you not got too many attempts shorter than that one. And I don't think this was blocked. That's about as bad a miss as you can have.
Final play of the half, Bridgewater. And he'll get this up past the 25 before he's out of bounds. The second half upon us sooner than we bargained for. Week 7, second half. Let's do it. So we hit halftime with our visitors, the Vikings, taking the lead to the locker room. And he'll take this across the 25, a couple extra yards, up to the 27-yard line. And the Jets set to take the field. They come out here with a 0 on the scoreboard. What was said in that locker room? That's what I want to know.
I would love to have been in there because we often have the feeling that there's a lot of shouting, screaming.
And down he goes. The pressure getting to Bridgewater. Daniil Hunter in there to sack him, and that is 10 for him now on the year. And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19.
Get set.
A 2nd down throw for Bridgewater. He's going to sling this deep downfield. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. And all the way down to the 29. Big yardage that time for the Jets. 53 yards. A 1st down carry now for Crowell. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down.
Man, we're into the second half, and this offense has not scored a lot of points, and that was another example of why. I think it's time to open things up and start really trying to move the ball.
To throw is Bridgewater. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Daniil Hunter in there to drop him for his 11th sack of the year.
This has been a tough one for this offensive line. It appears almost like they've been on roller skates this entire game, the way they've been pushed around. 6 sacks given up in this one.
Now Bridgewater. And that is incomplete. We saw this a lot in the first half, and it continues. These receivers just not able to get much separation.
So that means they have to win the 50-50 balls. They've got to go up with the defender and find a way to start coming down with them.
And this time, contact and another incomplete pass. Here's Lachlan Edwards now, as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. And this is away. It's a high kick, and he got all of it. And problems spreading to the punt team now. This one goes all the way into the end zone on the fly, so that'll come back to the 20. It's the Vikings' turn on offense. We get ready for their first possession of the second half. This is sort of what you would call a put-away drive, isn't it? They score here, especially a touchdown. It's almost out of reach.
It certainly feels that way, and I think that they're going to call their plays accordingly because what you really want to do, even though you know the scoreboard is still up there and the game's going to go on, in fact, you can take the spirit away from another team, that their drive and will to come back and win can be taken with another score right here.
Still third quarter, but you just get that feel.
Yeah, they're teetering right there on the brink, aren't they?
Second down, Cousins. Rudolph showing the power, and it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
We've seen good cover skills on display throughout this game, really from both teams. And there's another nice example there of them making it difficult to complete a pass.
The Vikings on third down. They've been good, 3 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 9. Now we've got movement up front. And I think this is going to be on Minnesota. And maybe they were coming with a blitz that time and it caused a jump.
I think if we saw it, you know that they saw it. Might have been a little discussion down there. Bad guys coming. Pick them up. Pick them up. And someone jumped.
So the false start certainly doesn't help matters as they'll try again now. 3rd and long. Now Cousins. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. No gain at all on the play there. That brings up 4th. So unable to get any yardage at all off of the screen there on 3rd down.
And ordinarily on 3rd down, that's when you want to bring pressure. You get all your guys who want to get after the quarterback. But how about the patience they showed? Read the play, snuffed it out, and made a nice stop.
He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. Here's Thomas. A good return there, call it 13 yards. And the Jets will take over 1st and 10. Now the Jet offense about to take over as they head out onto the field. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
Well, you know how in baseball when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
Throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. On play action, it's Bridgewater. Steps away to his left. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40. 68 yards receiving now for him in the game. And a 1st down on that last catch as well. Bridgewater now looking to throw on 1st. And a scary incompletion, almost picked off. It would have been their first INT of the game. Instead, 2nd down.
Pretty nice coverage there, but a missed opportunity for an interception. Let's face it, a lot of these defenders, they've got it all. Speed, athleticism, hands, a little bit questionable.
Play action now. Bridgewater. And it's a short one here, complete to his tight end. So a nice job to break the 1 tackle, but not much daylight after that as he's brought down. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down. The Jets on 3rd down. They've converted 3 times in 8 chances. This will be 3rd and 5. And again, it's Bridgewater. And this is going to be incomplete. We have not seen a whole lot of wide-open receivers. Everything seemingly has been contested.
And that's another nice job there to force an incompletion. They've been very cohesive, knowing each other's moves all game long, and they've been on the spot just about every time.
And they've held them in check on the scoreboard. And his kick is good. Oh, he just did tuck it into the bottom of that left corner. And they will get themselves on the board here at 14-3. And after the made field goal, Santos back out there to kick it away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Now the Vikings offense works their way back onto the field. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. That's going to go as a loss of 4, and it'll be second down.
Well, you had to punt on your first drive, and on the first play of the second drive, you end up going backwards. I would dare say they need something good to happen right here, right now.
All right, now here we go. Line up.
They run it again with Cook. And he'll be brought down here at the 28. So that one will get him halfway to the first down marker. 7 yards makes it 3rd and 7 now.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point. Going to make that defense stand up and stop him. Throwing, Cousins. And he's able to find Diggs. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this into enemy territory across the 40. That one will go down as 33 yards on the 3rd down conversion. So in jet territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line. Now a play fake here on 1st down. He's going to fire one deep over them, and he will score. Touchdown, Vikings. Kendall Wright, his 2nd touchdown of the game, his 3rd on the year. And the Vikings are going to add on to their lead. And it's 21-3. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This is taken at his 4. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. New York set to take the field. And fortunate to get points on the board last time. They had to hit a really long field goal to do so.
The kickers in today's game are so good and so skilled and hit from distances that we almost start to take them for granted. And we can't do that. That's a long field goal that they got 3 points out of. They've got to feel good about that, and they better make sure they love him up because he's helped them out.
Yeah, now we'll see if that offense can put 6 on the board here. We'll see. So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. Play fake. Bridgewater. He'll buy some time right. Now he'll let it go deep right side. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked up by Anderson Aho. And to the 40-yard line, that's where the return stops. This home crowd, they're happy with that call.
I like the way you said happy there, right? The so-called good guys didn't get a call. They feel like it's been that way all afternoon. You feeling their pain?
They finally got one.
Yes, they did.
Bridgewater. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Daniil Hunter in there to get him, and that's sack number 12 for him on the year. 2nd down, Bridgewater. It's one on the left side by Curse. And he'll work it inside the 30 to the 29-yard line. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face 3rd down.
The goal for any offense versus his own defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball.
And he's going to go down. They sack him back right around the 30. So out comes a field goal team now for the 2nd time here today. He made his first, this from 47 yards out. And Santos yanked that one a bit. No good. Wide to the left for Santos. And this score will stay right where it is. So it's an empty possession, and as a kicker, not the way you want to start your day's work.
And now each team's missed a field goal here so far, Brandon, so apparently neither guy is immune.
Here's Cook as they begin on the ground. And hard running's going to get him over the 40 to the 42. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
3rd quarter, and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out. but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
On second down. And very little daylight there. He'll get a couple up to the 44. The Vikings on third down. They've converted 4 times out of 6. Not bad. This time it's 3rd and 3. Here's Cousins. And he's got Kyle Rudolph. And he's got the first before he's brought down at the 39-yard line. It's a pickup of 16 there, and it'll lead to a new set of downs. Cousins now 5 straight completions here in this second half. 1st and 10. First down, here's the run with Cook. And this one's going to go the wrong way. Losing yardage back at the 42.
Lucky 50. Let's go, let's go. Black.
Now a second down throw for Cousins. And that is incomplete.
That's very well timed there defensively because it's not a bad throw, but the collision came at the exact time he was reaching to bring in the football. Really, really well done.
Decent offense, just better defense. I think you're right. 3rd down, Dalvin Cook. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 45-yard line. It's a loss of a full 3 yards, and it brings up 4th down. Here's Ryan Quigley now as he's on to punt for Minnesota. And he gets this away, and look at this. This is a good one. Now the Jets offense, they get ready to head back onto the field. And the last time that they were on the field, a little demoralizing. Missed field goal. You know, always feel like you want to get it in the end zone, but then, oh, well, at least we're going to get 3. Didn't go through the goalpost, so.
It does test the mental processes of a team, though, doesn't it? Because when you miss a field goal, it's amazing how fast they want to turn on the guy kicking the ball. But you need to keep his confidence up because how many times have we seen games where it comes down to the stretch? And guess what? You need that guy to make the big kick for your team to move on or to win a game. Make sure you keep him happy. Make sure you keep him comfortable.
I'm sure you always treated the kicker nicely, though, right?
You know, truthfully, I did.
Good.
I always did because those guys, they won us a whole lot of games.
And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. 14 yards is the pickup there at a Jet first down. On 1st and 10, Bridgewater. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. Another wayward pass. You know, things started out poorly in this game, and to be frank, they just really haven't gotten much better.
And all that does is embolden a secondary. They feel good about what's going on, and they just play better and better.
Throwing is Bridgewater. A screen complete to Crowell. And he'll lose yardage here, going down back at the 28. That'll be a loss of 4 yards on the play. And that'll force upon him a 3rd and 14. Well, that second down completion, something of a disaster, and now they're left with 3rd and long. 3rd and long for Bridgewater. And that is incomplete. The veteran Terrence Newman on the coverage.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
Here's Lachlan Edwards now as he's on for the 5th time here today. 44 on his first punt, and this is a good kick as well. Taken in at the 22. Diggs with a good footwork. Still going. They can't stop him. And he is out of bounds on the other side of midfield. Handoff comes to Cook. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. 12 yards there as they move the chains.
He's still rumbling, isn't he? Still looking fresh in this one despite the heavy workload. But you and I both know, well-conditioned, and he did tell us that he thrives on being at his peak late in ball games.
They keep it on the ground, but this time it's Murray. And he stopped immediately there. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be second down. And in this situation with the lead fourth quarter, they're liking keeping the ball on the ground, I'm sure.
That's just smart football, but you know the defense has to know it as well. They've got to stop them here. So now we're going to see that loading the box in a big way. 6, 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take. There's a little bit more pressure on your big offensive line.
Now, meanwhile, here's a second down throw that's knocked away and incomplete. The Vikings on third down. They've had good success, 5 for 8 to this point. This is 3rd and 10. From the shotgun, it's Cousins. Dancing to his left. He may try and run for this. Pretty solid gain of 7 yards that time as he scrambled, but now they face a 4th down.
I like this effort there. He got it done on his own. But let's face it, he puts defenses in a really stressful spot when he takes off and runs because a lot of guys have coverage responsibilities.
Good job of rounding, though, because I thought when he first took off, he might pick up the first down. So it's 3 more points, and that widens this thing out even further here in the fourth.
And you know in this league, you can never have enough points. But this widens it out, as you said. And now it's all about ball control, isn't it?
And now out come the Jets. And with this deficit, you can't have too many more drives like the last drive where you had to punt it away.
You know what I would tell my offense right here? The punter doesn't exist, guys. He doesn't even exist. He's not a team anymore. I just cut him. All right? So you've got to go out and create some offense for us here and give us some points. No way does that guy get on the field on this drive.
Poor punter.
Yeah, it wasn't his fault. But, hey, listen, there's got to be casualties at times. We're trying to win a game.
Bridgewater now on second down. Forced out to his left. Wide open receiver complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. 23 yards on the play. They go play action here on first down. The Vikings after him, and they get there for the sack. Everson Griffin in there to get him for sack number 9 now on the year. So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on second down. Out of the gun, Bridgewater. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up third down.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, fourth quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. Now he'll escape to his left. And this is going to be incomplete. There to knock that one away defensively, Eric Kendricks. Boy, the numbers throwing the football just not trending in the right direction. Last week he was under 50%. He's under 50% again here.
And we haven't gotten an announcement, but it appears to me that he might be a little dinged up and is just trying to play through. You know, he's one of those tough guys that wants to answer the bell each and every play for his team. That might be thrown.
And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Harrison Smith. And he's going to get this one to the 23-yard line.
I think that interception happened for 2 reasons. Quarterback gets outside the pocket and panics a little bit. And receiver doesn't make sure he's absolutely in an open spot. So there's a guy lurking, took the ball from him.
Yeah, so don't wave your arms, right, as a receiver if you're not wide open.
Got to know that you're open. Otherwise, just don't do it.
And he'll take it forward for about 5 up to the 28-yard line. And when do they start thinking about burning these timeouts? They've got all 3 still defensively.
To me, you have to start right now. Here's the time, and that means you've got to stop them on defense, not give up the yardage, Use your timeouts in order to get the ball back and try and score yourself. But now is the time to start using those timeouts.
And keep in mind, it'll also stop the clock at the 2-minute warning. A give. This is Cook. And he works his way forward for a couple up past the 30.
Bottom line, they want to keep this clock rolling, so they'll take that one right there. They just want to keep falling forward, and they want to put the onus on the big fellas up front in order to bring this one home.
The Vikings on 3rd down. 5 out of 9 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 2. Again, it's Cook. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Time for a break. Back to finish it off on EA Sports after this. Cousins here to throw. Oh, he got position on him, and he pulls it in. He got 29 yards that time.
Well, go ahead and throw the ball, man. You got the big lead. You got the clock on your side. Obviously, they don't care much about the feelings of the other team, do they?
Well, I was going to say, you better run to the locker room pretty quick after this one.
Well, right now, maybe. They're just looking at it from the fantasy perspective. More points for everyone if they win big.
Another tote for the workhorse this afternoon. It's Cook. And he will lose yardage here to the 31-yard line. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down.
Perfectly designed blitz right there. They took that one from the grease board to the field because they were able to free up their linebacker to get into the backfield and spill the play.
They'll run it now out of the gun. Running right through it. So he got free of one tackle but couldn't do a whole lot else. Big Leonard Williams there on the stop.
They're in a pretty good spot right now with a convincing lead. I think this is where they put on the boxing gloves, start to try and pound them into submission.
And the offensive line, they've controlled this game. I don't see why that trend would change now. The Vikings on 3rd down. They're hitting at 60%, 6 out of 10 thus far. This is 3rd and 8. On the carry, it's Kuhn, the fullback. Trying to keep those big legs churning, but he's going to go down in the backfield. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th. A road win in the National Football League.